Thank you.
All right, we're ready on Edwards. And let me get Miss Duplessis. Miss Edwards, please stay muted. Uh-oh, what happened to Miss Duplessis? Okay, we're not ready now. What happened to Miss Duplessis? Okay, well, Miss Duplessis seemed to have left the waiting room, so we'll be ready in a moment. All right, then are we ready on Lakefield, Miss Stevenson?
Yes.
Hold on, this is the chief. Let me
Okay.
find out about the other case. Okay, so with respect to which case is this, Miss Stevenson, that you told me their cross complainants on the cross complainants?
Yes, Your Honor. That would be Dominique Johnson and Tanika Layfield.
Oh, so actually, so what I'll do is I'm gonna send Johnson. Okay, so I'll send Johnson since Johnson already has a different defense attorney. I'll send Johnson to Judge Garrett. So Chief
Okay.
McConicle says that when we have the cross complainants, then we're gonna just always bifurcate the case and send one next. I mean, switch off and send one next door.
Okay.
And let the general warrants prosecutor over there do it.
Okay.
All right, so okay, that's that. Looks like Mr. Plessis is back. Isn't that a traffic courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor. He said he has two trials to check in on.
In the traffic courtroom?
Yes.
Well, when he comes, let him know his case is next door.
Okay.
So you can send that one next door. And let me call Judge Garrett, actually. Miss Stevenson, I don't know who this is at the jail, but I'm sending them next door. Hey, Austin, one second. I'm sorry. I'm sending the jail into the breakout room.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. That's funny. Miss Stevenson, Judge Garrett was sharing with me a case that came up while I was out where he figured out that he was actually a witness or something.
Yeah, and I'll share with you at a later date the location of the incident and why, it's kind of a notorious spot. So
Oh, okay. Well, he was
that's
like,
funny on a lot of levels.
he was looking at it and said, "This sounds familiar." So, and
Yeah,
then he looked up and was like, "Wait a minute,
yeah, yeah.
I think I might be on the prosecutor's witness list." But that's funny.
Insight into
Or
Judge
on
Garrett.
somebody's witness list. Look, on one of the
Right.
witness lists. Okay, Miss Adams, you can start your camera. Okay, I'm missing somebody. Hold on. Edwards. Oh, I'm missing Edwards. Okay. Oh, Miss Adams, certainly you're not in the bed, are you, ma'am?
Do I got to get out the bed? I'm about to get out the bed.
I'm gonna let you answer that question
No,
for me. Do you
I'm
think
getting out the bed.
you need to get out the bed for court? Don't raise your hand up to me like you stopping me from talking like I'm some child. Yes,
No,
get out of the bed. Get out of the bed for court. It seems like to me that would be a no-brainer. But yes, let's get out of the bed for court. I'm going to go ahead and get started with this case. This is case number, and I need everyone to remain muted unless you are asked to unmute by the court. This is case number 224459501, the people of the state of Michigan versus Zaki Edwards, and 02, the people of the state of Michigan versus Amijah Young. The defendants are each charged with one count of assault or assault and battery. And today I need everyone to be stationary, seated in an upright position, and ready to attend court. And Mr. Henderson, if your witness is not able to be stationary, seated in an upright position, she's not going to be able to attend court today. Okay. All right. The defendants are charged with assault or assault and battery, and today is the date set for a final pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
And can your witness identify herself, please?
Ms. Adams, can you unmute and state your name, please?
Anjanae Adams.
And for the record, Your Honor, Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Ms. Zaki Edwards. Ms. Edwards, ma'am, please unmute and say your full name.
Zaki Edwards.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ashley Duplessis, P82896, on behalf of Ms. Young. We're both appearing by Zoom and waiving our right to an in-person appearance. Ms. Young, can you unmute and state your full name for the record, please?
Amisha Young.
All right, thank you. Today is the date set for a final pretrial conference. And the matter is currently scheduled for a jury trial on January 23rd, and it is the first case in priority. On behalf of Ms. Edwards, how are we proceeding?
Ms. Edwards will continue her plea of not guilty, Your Honor, and ask that this matter proceed to jury trial January 23rd, 2024.
And as to Ms. Young, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, Ms. Young will also continue her not guilty plea, and we are prepared for trial.
Then the court will continue not guilty pleas on behalf of both defendants. And the matter will continue to the jury trial that is scheduled for January the 23rd, 2024 at 10:30 a.m. in person at 36th District Court. We will begin jury selection at 10:30. Well, close to 10:30 as I can. Are there any issues? I know, Mr. Henderson, you're not the trial prosecutor, but are you aware of any issues that the court needs to address for this jury trial on behalf of the people?
I'm not at this time, Your Honor. I did speak with Ms. Adams, and she does wish to proceed further. So we anticipate, short of a plea, that this will be a jury trial. So,
Okay. And are there any issues on behalf of either defendant with respect to the jury trial?
Nothing on behalf of Ms. Edwards, Your Honor.
Nothing on behalf of Ms. Young, but I would like to confirm that Ms. Ritter will be the APA handling the case. So I can
Yes.
send the documents. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Additionally, just so that you're aware, so we do have two defendants. Both defendants will have the same jury. Okay, so both defendants will have the same jury. And then, of course, because there are two defendants, then the prosecutor's peremptories will double. So they will get equal peremptories for both defendants. And then Mr. Flanagan,
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't know the person who has replaced Mr. Navin. So I don't know who's operating in Mr. Navin's position. However, can you let them know that I need extra jurors subpoenaed for January 23rd because this is a two defendant case, and I'm probably going to seat at least 8 or 9 and potentially 10 jurors. So I'll probably seat 10 so that we can have 4 extra jurors and 4 alternate jurors. And so if they could double their request, since I have 2 defendants, can they double the request of how many they normally would subpoena?
Yes, ma'am. I made a note. I'll get in contact with jury services.
Okay. All right. And there are no special jury instructions. This is a standard assault and battery jury instruction case, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
yes, Your Honor.
On behalf of Ms. Edwards.
All right. So I'll go through my instructions because one that I know I don't standardly keep in my book might actually be, there's a jury instruction about 2 defendants or something, or I'll have to look at it and think. But okay, then I think we're all set until January the 24th at 10:30 a.m. at 36th District Court. And everyone, make sure you come appropriately dressed for court.
I will.
Appropriately dressed for court. Business casual attire. Appropriately dressed for court.
Button down.
All right, then we're all set. Everyone, have a great day. Happy holidays. Stay safe.
You too.
See you and your staff. Have a good day.
Thank
everyone.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right. Oops. Okay. Then I think we are ready on Layfield. Oh, let me tell Mr. Robertson. Hold on. Oh, wait, it wasn't Robertson. That's not what I meant. I meant Johnson. That's what I'm trying to tell.
Your Honor,
Yes.
is the attorney on Johnson still in the room? I would like to have a breakout room with him. It's a cross complainant case, but I would like to speak with him about his client's wishes with regards to the prosecution of the cross complainant.
Mr. Boffman was never in the room. Mr.
Okay,
Boffman,
pardon me.
That's okay. Mr. Boffman was coming in person, and as far as I'm aware, he did not check in yet. So I was sending it next door, but you're saying you need, before I call Layfield, you wanted to speak to Mr. Boffman.
Or
About,
I could speak to Ms. Johnson, not about the facts of the case, but only with her regards on how to proceed with the cross complainant.
no, I don't want you to do that.
I would prefer to speak with Mr. Boffman, which is why I asked that. So
Right.
I
mean, you
understand,
can speak to
Judge.
Miss Stevenson. Well, hold on. No, you can't. That's why I don't like these cases.
Right.
So, Mr. Henderson, what I would prefer, let me think it through for a moment. Okay. Well, first, let me just do this before I do that. Miss Johnson, please start your camera. All right, Miss Johnson, due to the fact, well, it's come to my attention that you are not only the defendant in your own case, but apparently you are the complaining witness on the case involving Miss Layfield, who is the complaining witness in your case, correct? Okay. Yes, ma'am. I know. So it presents a little issue for the court. However, I am transferring your case to Judge Austin Garrett so that there's no conflict with the prosecutor that's in my courtroom. You see what I'm saying? Because the prosecutor needs to speak to you as a witness on the Layfield case. However, since you do have an attorney, I'm going to have him wait for your attorney before he asks you about your wishes on the other case. So, but what I need you to do is to log in to Judge Garrett's courtroom. So I'm transferring your case to Judge Garrett. He's aware. His login ID is almost identical to mine. So my question to you is, did you log in by using my Zoom ID, or did you log in by clicking on my name? And I need you to unmute to let me know which one.
You were returning the call. I missed it.
I think I clicked on the Zoom in. The ID.
You clicked on what? Say that again.
The Zoom in ID number.
But you clicked on it like you went to the court's website?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you can do that again. Go to the court's website, but instead of clicking on my Zoom in ID, click on Judge Austin Garrett. There are two Garretts. Click on the male. There's a female, Ruth. Don't click on hers. Click on Austin Garrett, and they're expecting you over there, okay? And your lawyer is going to be in the court over there, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is, Mr. Flanagan, are you aware whether Mr. Boffman has arrived yet?
Yes, Your Honor. He was in the courtroom and he told me he had to go to 435 to check in. I just called up there. He's not in 435. And I just called his phone back and he's not answering.
Is he next door?
No. No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I'm going to just proceed, and the prosecutor, you all have to just talk to Mr. Boffman about whether his client is going to proceed as a witness in this case. And then Ms. Stevenson, you all have to do the same. Talk to, the prosecutor over there. If they want to know about what your client's intentions are, then they will talk through you. They'll go through you.
Your Honor, if it please the court, in that Ms. Layfield is present and we have a lot of moving parts. Could we just wait to see if we can make some real headway this morning rather than trying to reconvene everybody? Okay, I appreciate that, Your Honor.
No problem. Okay, well then maybe you should tell them to let you know when Mr.
Yeah,
Boston comes.
I have a text message to Ms. Roberts over there and I'm not getting a response yet, but and I
And
actually
I'm
want to
also
pop
gonna, oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I just want to go over there and make sure that the general warrants prosecutor knows that Ms. Layfield is here.
Oh, yeah, but I told the judge.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I told the judge that, she was here, but she was my defendant.
okay,
But you can tell the prosecutor too, but I did tell the judge.
okay, okay.
Okay, well then give me one moment. Let's see. We can do Fields, Mims, and well, I'll do Robertson, and then maybe Mr. Henderson. I don't know if you know who the prosecutor is next door, but maybe you can talk to them. I don't know who it is, but just give me a moment. I'm gonna take a brief recess, and then we'll be ready to go.
Okay,
Did we figure out who that is in jail?
that should
That's my
Michael Mathis. Oh, maybe that's why he didn't have a pre-sentence investigation. Okay. And okay, he's ready. All right, so give me a moment. I'll put him in a waiting room and then I'm gonna take a brief recess and then we'll be ready to go with all the cases that are left. And except Miss Layfield. We'll figure out what we're gonna do about Layfield.
and actually Judge Ms. Harrington, it looks like she's still in the audience.
Who?
And that Katrina Harrington, and on the docket that's charged domestic violence.
I told y'all to send her next door. Judge Garrett was expecting Harrington. You asked
Okay.
me if you could go domestic violence. I said yes.
I did, Judge. Okay, and I'm gonna run.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Yes,
Mr. Bachman is in the courtroom. You want him to go to 338?
that's where his case is.
Thank you. Yeah.
Miss Hall, I put the jailer in the breakout room, that second jailer. If you could go in, or if one of you could go in, and then I'll be ready.
Okay.
I put a second jailer. I don't know who they are, but I put a second jailer in there. Good morning. Can you please unmute yourself and state your name?
Oh, it's Rodney Mams. I already talked to you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mims.
Okay.
So you ain't talked to me?
He must have talked to Mr. Stevenson.
Miss Stevenson,
Yes, Judge.
I just looked on the docket and I just looked in the chat. Apparently the person that's in the that I just said I sent to that jailer, that
Okay.
may be Jeffrey Williams, and then I see a lawyer named Lutz. So I don't know what that means. Maybe somebody could find out.
Okay. I'll go check
Okay.
right now.
All right. Okay.
Judge. Judge, can we, regarding the Johnson and Layfield cases,
Mhm.
can we, the lawyers, all do a telephone conference at 10 o'clock?
That's in 3 minutes.
No,
And when you say we, the lawyers, who do you mean? You and the prosecutor and the other prosecutor and the defense attorney?
yes. I guess I'm asking if we can be excused to do that. That's exactly what I'm asking for.
Oh, well, I don't know if you could do it at 10 o'clock, but let's get Mr. Mathis done and then I want to do Mathis and Robertson.
Okay.
All right. And then did we find out if Mr. Lutz is actually representing the other jailer?
We don't believe so. Ms. Hall is talking to him right now. It looks like Mr. Lutz was appointed, and the last time he was here may have been January of 2023 for a redetermination hearing.
Mr. Lutz was appointed on a misdemeanor or on a felony?
Well, I'm not sure how that happened, but it looks like he was appointed, and it has always been a misdemeanor.
Okay. Maybe he was just appointed for the redetermination hearing or something. I don't know why that would be. Okay, then I'm ready on Mathis. This is case number 224499601, the people of the state of Michigan versus Michael Mathis. Defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for sentencing. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
And for the record, Your Honor, Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Mr. Michael Mathis. Good morning, Mr. Mathis, sir. When they unmute you, please tell the judge your full name.
We need you to be unmuted. Oh, there we go.
My name is Michael Easton Mathis.
Thank you. Today is the day set for sentencing, and this matter does not have a pre-sentence investigation, and I don't know if I took the plea for Mr. Mathis. I don't think I did because I would have set it at 8:59 if I didn't order a pre-sentence investigation. So, do we have any information, Ms. Stevenson, as to how long Mr. Mathis is expected to be in custody?
I don't have an answer to that, Your Honor, but we would, the plea agreement, according to the information I have, was that he be sentenced to credit for time served. So we would ask that he be sentenced to not, well, I don't know, 45 days in Wayne County Jail, give him credit for 45 days served, and the matter be closed. I believe today would have been scheduled to give the complaining witness an opportunity to be present at sentencing, and I don't believe there's a complainant here, Your Honor.
Mr. Henderson?
There is not a complainant here today, and so we would agree to abide by the previously entered into plea agreement.
Deputy, is there a deputy around? Good morning, Deputy.
Hi, Judge. Good morning.
Deputy, do you know how long Mr. Mathis has been in the Wayne County Jail?
Judge, I don't know offhand, but if you give me one moment, I can verify it.
Okay, can you verify that for me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, well, the court will note while I'm waiting on the deputy to verify the amount of time that Mr. Mathis has been in the custody of the Wayne County Jail, that there are only 3 individuals in my waiting room and they are all defendants. There is an individual in the courtroom, but it is also, that person is also a defendant. So the court does not believe that the complaining witness has appeared to make any victim impact statement today. I will, I suppose, honor the plea agreement, but I just want to make sure of how much time he has already served. Yes, Deputy?
Judge, May 26th of this year is when he was booked in.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
So clearly, Mr. Mathis has already served over the maximum penalty for this offense. Therefore, the court is going to sentence Mr. Mathis with respect to this matter to 93 days in the Wayne County Jail, and I will give him credit for 93 days served. And the court will close this matter out with improvement. Mr. Mathis, you're all set with respect to this particular case, okay, sir?
Okay.
All right. Have a great day. Despite where you are, stay safe.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, and then I'm ready on Robertson. And then Miss Hall, were you able to speak with Mr. Williams? I do see the note that he's on the mental health floor.
I was able to speak with him.
Okay.
He is currently in pain. He believes he has a torn rotator cuff, but we were still able to speak.
Oh, okay. So he's scheduled for a pretrial. Were you just going to get another date?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, then let's go ahead and do Mr. Williams so he can go and.
Well, actually, no, I was just going to get another date. No.
Oh.
Not
let me see something.
Able to actually handle his case today.
Oh, okay, well then hold on. So Ms. Stevenson, who's doing Robertson?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay. Oh, but Mr. Henderson is needed on that phone call, correct, Ms. Stevenson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I mean, I can set it up and he can just put us on hold until he's ready to come over.
Yeah, do that. Okay, Mr. Robertson, are you going to come on screen? Can you come on screen for me? Okay, there you go. So I'm going to do Robertson and then I'll do.
I'm sorry, it's Jeremy Robertson.
Okay, hold on, sir. That's fine. You're going to get a chance to tell your name, but don't interrupt me. You just wait. Okay. I'm ready on case number 194559401. Sir, turn on your camera. I'm ready on case number 4555941. The people of the state of Michigan versus Jeremy Robertson. The defendant is charged with 1 count of animals abandoning cruelty to 1 animal. Today is the date set for a pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
Rakidia Hall on behalf of Mr. Robertson, P number 82954. Mr. Robertson, may you unmute yourself and state your full name for the record?
Jeremy Robertson.
Today is the date set for a pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we would like to set this matter for a final pretrial and also request discovery.
Whoops. All right, the court is going to continue a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Robertson and set the matter for a final pretrial conference. The court is going to set the final pretrial conference for February the 8th at 9:00 a.m. Please stop raising your hand. Discovery should be submitted to defense by January the 8th. Bond will continue. And Ms. Hall, your client has something he needs to address with you. I'm going to send him back. Maybe I didn't say it. Please stop raising your hand. I don't know. Maybe I didn't say it and I just
I'm
thought it
sorry.
in
I
my
do
mind.
apologize, but it is 2 court dates in one day. I was trying to inform you of that. That's all.
What we're going to learn in this courtroom 339 is a couple of things. We're not going to speak unless we are acknowledged to do so by the court. When I say that I'm going to send someone back to the breakout room so they can talk to their lawyer, then that's probably what I mean. That's probably exactly what I mean. And that every day that I show up, I'm going to be in charge of this courtroom every day. Ms. Hall, your client has something to tell you in a breakout room. So I'm going to send your client back to a breakout room so that he can tell you what he needs to tell you. And then you're going to decide if it's appropriate for it to be told to me.
Yes, Your Honor.
Additionally, there is a person in breakout room number 6 without a plus sign, Miss Williams. So I'm going to need Miss Williams to also be addressed. So I'm going to move Mr. Robertson to breakout room number 4. I'm ready on Williams. This is case number 22. Oh, she went right away. I didn't mean for her to go right away. So we're going to wait till she come back. Mr. Henderson, you could maybe jump on. I don't know. That call may take a minute. That's why I was trying to do what I was doing over here, but.
Yes, Your Honor. If I may be excused, I'll keep the Zoom up, and if you need me, I'll come off the call and come back to you.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, and then, I'm gonna have Mr. Henderson come back in, but I did realize, that I still said Mr. Robertson's name wrong when I took him in the breakout room. So it's Robertson, not Robertson, but it's Robertson. So now, it's Robertson. Mr. Henderson is back. Ms. Hall?
Yes, Your Honor, there is nothing further for Mr. Robertson.
So he doesn't have a conflict with February the 8th?
He does not. He actually had a conflict with today's date, but he's just trying to get on his way to the other court hearing.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're all set until February 8th at 9 o'clock. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Welcome. I'm ready on Williams. This is case number 224539401. People of the state of Michigan versus Jeffrey Williams. Defendant is charged with 1 count of indecent exposure, and today is the date set for pre-trial conference. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
Rakidia Hall on behalf of Jeffrey Williams. Sir, may you state your full name for the record?
Mr. Williams, what's your name?
Williams.
What's your first name?
Jeffrey.
All right, today is the day set for a pretrial conference. Ms. Hall, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we would like to request a dismissal in the absence of the complainant.
It's no complainant, is it? Who's the
It says that the
complainant?
complainant is James Jones.
Is that the police?
Your
I believe
Honor,
that was another incarcerated individual that was with Mr. Williams.
Oh, Mr. Henderson, what's the situation with Mr. Williams?
Pardon me, Your Honor. I had it pulled up, and now This is Jeffrey Williams.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Okay. I do not have any documents on this case at all. I don't have a case file or anything. So I'm unsure. I apologize to the court.
That's all right. Well, this is what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to deny defense counsel's motion. This is the first scheduling of this pretrial conference. I don't know. So if the matter, it sounds like the matter allegedly occurred at the Wayne County Jail. Is that what you're saying? Okay. And the people's witness may or may not be still at the Wayne County Jail, or I don't know if that's an employee of the Wayne County Jail. I don't know what that situation is, but what I will do, since I don't know though, I will adjourn the pretrial conference and require either the appearance of the complaining witness, or if it's an employee of the Wayne County Jail, I'm not going to require their appearance, but people need to confirm who the complaining witness is. So the motion to dismiss is denied. The pretrial is adjourned. Now, is the deputy near? Deputy?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is Mr. Williams being held on this case, or does he have another hold?
If you give me one moment, I can look into it for you, Your Honor.
Okay, hold on. Ms. Hall, you're shaking your head. He has another hold.
Yes, Your Honor. According to Mr. Williams, he does have other pending cases. This case, he has a $2,000 personal bond on, but he does have the requirement on another case.
Okay, well then we're good, Deputy. Thank you.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
So I'm gonna adjourn Mr. Williams' case to today Thursday, to February the 1st. At 8:36. The complaining witness has to appear, or the people have to tell me that the complaining witness is an employee of the jail. And if the complaining witness is not an employee of the jail and they do not appear, then the court will reconsider its decision on the motion to dismiss, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes,
All right, and bond will continue because he has a personal bond on my case. All right, then we're all set. Feel better. I hope you can get some relief for your arm. Why is Ms. Nelson here? Counsel, you could go back to the call. Are you all finished with the call?
No, Your Honor, still going on.
All right, you
Thank
can go back to the call. Ms. Hall, are you able to do these two reviews?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So let's go with, I don't think I had any, oh wait, I might have had something on Fields. Let's go with Mims. And then Fields. Let me let in Ms. Nelson. Mr. Mims, you can start your video. Ms. Nelson, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
I don't have you listed on my docket. Which case are you for, Ms. Nelson?
I'm trying to appear on behalf of Brandarian Barker as far as getting a warrant set aside.
Oh, just call the courtroom.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay. All right, I'm ready on Mims. This is case number 174504401, the People versus Rodney Mims. Defendant is charged with guns, reckless use. Today is the date set for review. Ms. Hall, your appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Rakedia Hall on behalf of Rodney Mims. Sir, may you state your full name for the record?
Rodney Mims.
All right, today is the date set for review, and I did have a report from Mr. Schiotti that indicates Mr. Mims has been in warrant status. He did complete, it looks like he completed a marijuana insight class and the firearms class, but he still had to do, hold on, let me see. Oh, he still had to do 64 hours of community service. 40 hours of community service was a part of the original sentence, which, let's see, which was probably not me. And then 24 hours was added for a sanction for non-compliance. He still owes $1,212, and he has 2 new cases that he pled guilty to, and that would be a violation of his probation. Ms. Hall?
Your Honor, in terms of the community service, Mr. Mims did state that he completed the community service and that he did send the documentation to Mr. Schiotti. However, Mr. Schiotti does not have it, so he indicates that he'll be able to go back to the location where he completed the community service and get another document to turn in again. And he does understand he has to make payments towards the amount that he owes. For the disorderly conduct and the 2 disorderly conduct cases, I'm not sure what the date of offenses are for those cases.
Well, he just pled guilty. I don't know what the date of offense is. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see. Mr. Flanagan, look these up for me, please. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
And it said he received the 2 cases since being placed on probation, Ms. Hall, but I'm going to give Mr. Flanagan SP 15105461.
Okay. Date of offense, October 14, 2023 at 10:59 p.m.
And you 603-46721. Well, the one was the other day, so that violates the probation.
U-ticket, date of offense, May 13, 2021 at 11:45 p.m.
Okay.
So, Your Honor, given that that fact, obviously the new charges are a violation of Mr. Mims's probation. However, we are asking for an additional chance, and if you are inclined to violate Mr. Mims on the probation, we're asking that the sentence be the remaining conditions needed to be completed for the original probation, especially just to give him more time to make the payments and get the documentation for community service sent over.
All right, Mr. Mims, you're utterly failing this probation. In fact, you've utterly failed. And I believe this is a 1-year misdemeanor, if I'm not mistaken. This guns reckless use, that may be a 1-year misdemeanor or a 6-month misdemeanor. I don't know what you've been doing recently, and I don't know what your criminal history is. I don't know where you've been, but I can tell you where you look like you're going. I don't know where you've been in your past, but it looks like you're going back to the Wayne County Jail. And I don't know what the 2 disorderly conduct cases were about that you pled guilty to, but stop being disorderly. I don't know what the situations are, but you're flunking this probation. And probation is the alternative to jail. It's just as simple as that. And I think it's a shame when people go to jail on misdemeanor cases. For the most part, some people need to go to jail. Some of the misdemeanors are a little bit more serious. But I think it's a shame when people go to jail on misdemeanor cases when you've been given an opportunity for probation. Now, Mr. Sciotti, he's not perfect. And, you know, I don't know. Maybe it went to his spam and he didn't see it. I don't know how you claiming that you gave the documentation to Mr. Sciotti. But generally speaking, when a person is doing what they're supposed to do, they know not to give the community service to Mr. Sciotti. They know to give it to Ms. Green, the community service coordinator. And then she verifies it, and then she gives it to the probation officer. I don't know, to show up in court and you're supposed to have done 64 hours of community service and you claim to have done it, but my probation officer just didn't get it. He didn't get any of the updates. He didn't get none of it. Okay, I'm going to accept that he didn't get it. And then I'm going to accept that you did it, and and then you just got to go back to the community service place to get it. Now that's the story that you're saying today. That you just go back up there and they're going to give you the paperwork and the documentation. That means that I would give a short turnaround. If it's just a matter of paperwork, that means I would just give a short little turnaround. You go up there, you get your paperwork. If that's not the case, speak now or forever hold your peace. Because if I give you a short turnaround to get that paperwork, and then you can't get the paperwork because they say they've never seen you before and you didn't do community service, I'm going to revoke your probation and you're going to go to jail. But if you just say, Judge, I ain't do it, I ain't going to be able to get that paperwork, I need more time and I'm ready to be serious, then I'm going to give you more time. So what's it going to be? More time or a short turnaround?
I did it for sure.
Okay.
And when I gotta pay, I don't see it online, and I came up there to try to pay it. My money I cannot pay.
Because you've been in warrant status, sir. You just can't have a warrant out for your arrest and then show up to pay. It doesn't work like that.
No, before that. Okay.
Well, I've been doing this particular job for 16 years and I've never seen it. I've been doing this for 16 years, since 2007, and I've never seen it. I've never seen a person who is not in warrant status, who is not under HIDA, show up and say, I want to pay my money, and they say, no, you don't have no case here. You're not in the system. This is case number 17. This was 10 years after I started. Case number 174504. It's in the system. We all found it.
Actually, Your Honor, I was not able to locate it in the Register of Actions in the 36th District Court website. I don't know if it's available in JIS, but I was not able to locate it with the case number or his name.
Oh, that's because he's not public. That's what I said. Oh, and this was HIDA. You done messed up and lost your HIDA. Because guess what? He lost his HIDA. Oh, that's why he couldn't find it in the system. But guess what? That also is why I know he didn't come down here. He didn't come down to the 36th District Court. Because guess who can find it in the system? Me, my clerk, and the cashiers. Guess who has access to the non-public cases? Me, my clerk, and the cashier. So apparently this was supposed to be HIDA back in 2017. All right, so Mr. Flanagan, you can make it public, because his HIDA is revoked. Now that's the penalty for the 2 new cases right there. His HIDA is revoked. It's public now. He can see it every time he put the numbers into the system. He said he for sure did the community service. So we're gonna, and because it's possible that we have run out of time. I don't know. I didn't calculate it, but what we're gonna do also, I'm revoking his HIDA and putting him on probation for an additional 6 months for the violations. Okay. And then that means he's going to give us proof of the community service, which he said he did. He's going to pay $1,212 plus an additional oversight fees for the 6 months, which would be $105, I think. Wait, no, I'm not counting correctly. 6 months, 420, that's 420 is 210. So plus an additional 210 for oversight fees. Now I'll give him I'm going to give him a 3-month review date. I'm going to give you, I shouldn't be speaking to you in the third person. I apologize, Mr. Mims. I'm going to give you a 3-month review date. So hold on, probation violated. Revoked. 6-month penalty. All right. This is December, January, February, March. Let's come back March the 7th at 1:30. Next review. And at that review, that's where I need to see the proof that he already did that community service. Must have proof of prior. Ms. Flanagan, put this note in the ROA. Prior, I want prior to be all capitalized. Prior community service completion. That's March. And then I'm also going to give him a 6-month date for June the June the 5th. And then, of course, these are all 2024 because I just wrote 2023. June the 5th, final review. Now, you have until June the 5th to pay your balance, which is now 1,400 and 14, I think 22, something like that. You have until June to pay that. And you have until March to get the proof of the community service. And those are the only two things you have left to do.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Your Honor, is the final review date at 1:30 p.m. as well?
No, that's at 10. I thank you for saying that. That's at 10 a.m. So but the first date that you have, March 7th, that's at 1:30.
Okay.
Okay, on Zoom. All right, anything further?
Nothing further from Mr. Mims, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Mims, are you gonna do this? You gonna finish the probation, sir?
Yes.
Okay, good. Did they put you on probation for any one of those other two cases, or you just paid money?
Paid money, and I do a class.
Okay, all right. Okay, well then I'll see you in March, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Have a great day. Stay safe. Happy holidays.
Same to you.
Thank you. All right, I'm ready on Fields. Ms. Fields, start your camera. Okay, I need you to get stationary. All right. This is case number 154499601, the people versus Kasha Lynise Fields. The defendant is charged with 1 count of retail fraud. Today is the date set for review. Ms. Hall, your appearance, please.
Rakidia Hall on behalf of Cache Fields. Ma'am, may you state your full name for the record?
Cache Lynise Fields.
Well, I thank you for just saying your name regular, Ms. Fields, and not over enunciating it because I pronounced it wrong. Thank you. So it's long A, Cache, not Kasha. Cache. You tell them they couldn't. They know they could have went ahead and put that Y on there.
On the end of it. That's what I
Right.
told my mom.
or an I. Like if they had to put a Y or an I, we would have said Cache, but no. And I know I'm not the first person to call you Kasha, am I?
No, the
Okay,
doctors do.
thank
That's
you.
why I don't never say nothing.
Okay, thank you. Because I don't mean no harm. I don't mean no harm. All right. Today is a day set for review. It's set by the magistrates, but I didn't have any report, but I think Mr. Flanagan did send me the original order. So give me one moment. All right. Oh, so Ms. Fields, it looks like was on a delayed sentence. She was placed on this delayed sentence by me. By me, because her court date was in 2020. That was during COVID. So I'm sure I assessed her a lot of stuff. So there must be something else to this that I'm not remembering at this moment. But let me read here. So it looks like oh, no, I did not. Okay, this wasn't me. Judge Kenneth King placed Ms. Fields on a delayed sentence October of 2019, and he gave all these conditions: theft prevention, work program, outpatient treatment, random screens. And then let's see. As of July 9th, she had failed to pay any money. So this was from, but this was from Mr. Jodis, who's no longer with us. Let's see. So Miss Hall, why don't you tell me what's been going on with your client since 2020, because according to this, basically, she didn't do anything, and at the time that Mr. Jodis submitted his recommendation to the court, he had recommended that her probation be revoked and that she be sentenced to 6 months in jail. So what has she been doing? Did she say she completed any of the conditions?
She did say that she completed the outpatient treatment, Your Honor. She said that during COVID, her and her probation officer lost contact. She was trying to call.
Well, Mr. Jodis, Mr. Jodis has passed, so she wouldn't have been able to get in touch with him, and no new probation officer was ever assigned after Mr. Jodis. Mr. Jodis was on an extended medical leave, and then he subsequently passed. So she doesn't have a probation officer. We would have to get her another one assigned. Let me ask you this. Where did you complete outpatient treatment, and what was your drug of choice, alcohol or drugs?
It wasn't really a drug of choice. I didn't have a drug of choice. They just put me on that.
Okay, but you had to test positive for something. They didn't just give you outpatient.
Oh, it probably was marijuana.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Which has subsequently become legal. Let's do this. Let's get Miss Fields reinstate. Do we agree that she still hasn't made any payments?
That is my understanding. Is
Okay.
that correct? You haven't made any payments?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna reinstate Miss Fields and get her a new probation officer assigned to her case. Let's give her a review date. I'm gonna put you back on probation for 6 months. So at the time, like I said, Ms. Jodis said she hadn't completed anything, and then his recommendation was 6 months in jail. I'm not going to follow that. But I am going to reinstate her probation. I'm not going to. It looks like what happened to her? It looks like she may have. Well, and at the time she had gotten some new tickets and all of that. According to this, she had received tickets in New Baltimore, ticket in Dearborn, Livonia, Troy. I'm going to forward this to you, Ms. Hall, so that you all can let her see what it was at the time that she had. I don't know if she's had an opportunity to clear those things up, but I'm going to reinstate her probation with the condition also, of course, that she has to clear up those, if those warrants are still open, she has to clear them up. And, you know, she probably want to clear them up because it looked like she working, and you don't want to just get arrested on one of those warrants. So probation reinstated. And I'm going to start off at 6 months. I'm going to say if you complete the probation within the 6 month period that I'm extending you to, then I may consider still honoring the delayed sentence, because technically I guess that would be 12 months, but I'll have to kind of look at the statute. Do they mean 12 consecutive months? But I'm going to set a final review for June 5th. But I also will give Ms. Fields an interim review of March 7th. The March 7th court time is at 1:30. And then do we have a current address and phone number for Ms. Fields?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, because I currently don't know who your probation officer will be. So we're going to reach out to the supervisor and get you a probation officer assigned, and then they're going to contact you. Okay. If you have not heard from a probation officer in 2 weeks, you need to reach out to the courtroom or to your attorney and say, nobody has still contacted me from probation. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Anything further?
Your Honor, I just wanted to say for the record, thank you for being willing to reconsider delayed sentence if she properly, successfully completes this probation. She did express that she is working and she almost did not get hired at her job because of the warrant for this case. She also did get hired, but she does want to still take advantage of the delayed sentence if it is possible. So I have full faith in Ms. Fields that she will successfully complete this probation within the amount of time given.
All right, and Ms. Fields, you're gonna have this short time to do it. So that's why I want to make sure we get you connected with the probation officer quickly. So remember, put an alarm or alert on your calendar or something. If you haven't heard from probation in 2 weeks, then reach out to your lawyer, to my courtroom, something, okay?
Okay, no problem.
All right, then you're all set, Ms. Fields. Have a great day. Stay safe.
You too. Thank you so much.
Welcome. All right, you're welcome. All right, I'm ready on Williams. This is case number 174577801. The people of the state of Michigan versus Neowana. Middle name may be Monique or Monica. Last name Williams. Defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. And today is the date set for a final pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Ms. Newana Williams. Ms. Williams, ma'am, please tell the judge your full name.
My name is Neowana Monet Williams.
Thank you, ma'am. Today is the day set for final pretrial conference. How are we proceeding? Ms. Williams, if it's possible, can you face that window or at least have the window to your side so that we kind of can
1 second, Judge.
Okay. Like right there is perfect. If that's the lighting is kind of perfect. I don't know what that does for your ability to hold your device, but
oh, I got it. I'm okay.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay, Ms. Stevenson, how are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Williams will continue her plea of not guilty, and we are asking that this matter be scheduled for jury trial.
Court is going to continue a not guilty plea. On behalf of Ms. Williams, I will place the matter on for jury trial on May 6th. With a final pretrial conference. Okay, Mr. Flanagan, I don't have these final pretrial conferences written down, so let's go through these other cases so I can appropriately schedule a final pretrial conference. Ms. Williams' case will be the 4th in priority on this particular day. Okay, so May 6th, I have a Dennis Jones case. I need the final pretrial conference date.
Yes, Your Honor, for Dennis Jones, final pretrial April 26th at 9:10.
Really? Oh, that's late in the game. That must be an almost yes, it's gonna go case. Ms. Stevenson, do you know?
I don't, Your Honor.
Okay, April 26th. What about, what does this say? Last name may be Royal Douglas, I guess, because I have a hyphen.
April 4th, 9:10.
Oh, that doesn't work. I need to change Dennis Jones. I have Dennis Jones as being number 1 in priority. I need to make that final pretrial. Let's change it to, well, let me see. You said Royal Douglas is when?
April 4th.
Okay. And I need to let me see. Okay, April 4th. And then what about Romel Wallace?
April 4th, 9:10.
Okay. All right, so let's adjourn. Not adjourn. Let's reschedule Dennis Jones for April 3rd. I need Dennis Jones to come in before those other two cases.
Okay.
So let's reschedule Dennis Jones for April 3rd. So Ms. Stevenson, make a note. Maybe you can make sure your client knows, but we're going to send out a notice. And then I'm going to put Ms. Williams. Let's put Ms. Williams pretrial for April 8th. At 9:10. So Ms. Williams, what that means for you is there are 3 other cases scheduled for jury trial that day. If they settle on their final pretrial conference, that's how your case moves up in priority. If one of the cases that's above yours is going to go on their jury trial day, then I'll give you another jury trial day. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Anything further with respect to Ms. Williams?
May I say something?
Not really. Ms. Stevenson.
I just have Ms. Williams, I'm happy to talk with you further. And if you may ask a question, if you have a question about the date, any other questions I'm gonna ask you to wait on. And Judge, I would just ask that at the final pretrial conference that the complaining witness's cooperation be determined. This is a 2017 case, and I think that individual last either determined or that they be required to appear. That person was last here March 14th of 2023, according to my notes.
Okay, and that will just
well,
be over a year. I'm sorry, Mr. Henderson.
I was just going to say that's what I have as well.
Okay.
As far as their last appearance.
Okay, and since that will just be slightly over the year, then the people will confirm that the witness is available and still cooperating with the prosecution. Okay, Ms. Stevenson, did you want to take Ms. Williams in the breakout to see if there's something for the record, or you want
to? May I please, Your Honor?
Yes. Ms. Williams, I'm gonna send you back to the breakout room. 1 second.
See your chat, Mr. Henderson.
All right, Ms. Williams,
yes,
go back to the breakout room. Okay, and then are we now ready on Layfield?
Ready on Ms. Layfield, Your Honor.
Ms. Layfield, you can stand up to the podium, please. All right, this is case number 234540301, the people versus Tanika Rose Layfield. The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Ms. Tanika Layfield. Ms. Layfield, ma'am, please tell the judge your full name.
Good morning, Tanika Rose Layfield. Thank you. Today is the day set for pretrial conference. The court will note, of course, that the complaining witness was present today, but of course, and also has another case as the defendant. How are we proceeding?
We first thank the court for its indulging us trying to work out both of these cases, Your Honor, which we've been trying to do since October 13th. We have a little glitch in that Ms. Ritter took sick, unfortunately. So Ms. Judge Garrett has set the cross complainant for pretrial on January 11th If we could have pre-trial and hear on that day, I think that we could wrap this case up, Your Honor.
Okay, I mean, I can still do that.
I appreciate that, Your Honor.
I'm probably heavier than Judge Garrett, but all right, I'll set the matter for, I'll adjourn the pretrial to January 11th at 8:30. Anything? No, not at 8:30. Just put it on for 8:29, so I'll know that I put it on there. Okay, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing you have from Ms. Layfield. I did submit a request to Mr. Clerk that Ms. Layfield needs proof that she's been in court for her children's school. Other than that, we don't have anything further.
All right, then we're all set. Ms. Layfield, they'll give you that notice. You're all set. Have a great day. Stay safe.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Should I go talk to Ms. Williams now, Judge?
Oh, yeah, to see if there's something
Okay.
for the record. Okay, yes.
Okay.
Mr. Flanagan, while she's doing that, can you pull up a copy of yesterday's docket?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
Let me know when you have it up.
Okay, I have it.
Okay, so the individuals that were scheduled for 1:30, well, one of them I did because they're coming back. Oh, okay, David Johnson. All right, so I did David Johnson. Hold on. And he's coming back tomorrow. So this person, Anthony, well, Harris and Cunningham and Johnson, were those all plea by mails?
Harris and Cunningham were. Johnson was scheduled on, let me see when Johnson was scheduled. Okay, Johnson was scheduled on November 15th. And he had called in and we put him back on the docket for yesterday.
Oh, okay, well, he's a KPS then.
Okay.
And so let's do this because I was confused. Let's put the arraignment on, let's put the plea by mails, put them on the docket for an arraignment, not an arraignment on the bench warrant.
Okay.
And maybe
okay.
I'll remember.
Okay.
Also, these two particular people, do you have, were they in custody or did you just send it to their last known address?
DeMarlo Cunningham was in custody, however, he's in federal custody. And I did send the writ and I spoke with.
Oh, wait, Miss Stevenson, who was the one that we did on the telephone?
Andrews, Devon Andrews.
I didn't have my docket. Oh, Andrews. Okay, he was in federal custody. Okay, so we did Andrews. All right. And so you said Cunningham is in federal custody?
Yes, Your Honor. FCI Beckley Federal Correctional Institution.
Okay, well then let's adjourn. Let's try again with him.
Okay.
And then let me ask a final question. So with respect to cherries, when we get mail that's returned to the court, does it come to us or how does that work?
I have not received any return mail. It would go to the mail room, but I haven't been contacted about return mail coming back.
Right, but have you ever been contacted about any return mail?
No, ma'am.
So let's find out from, is that Lauren? Is that whoever the supervisor is? Let's find out what happens if we send out something and it comes back returned. How will we know? So before I KPS him, let's see. Give me an answer to that and see if you could get it, and then we could talk about it tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am. I'll get on this afternoon.
Okay, so let's adjourn the federal person that's Cunningham. Let's adjourn him. When is the next time that I have arraignment on the bench warrant? I mean, plea by mails. When is the last? Well, I need at least 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So let's go to January. I think I printed those. Hold on. Okay, so I'm looking in January. Also, while I'm looking in January, there's a review on January 2nd at 1:30. Move that to 10 o'clock and send out a notice. Miss Stevenson, that's Camacho.
Okay.
Camacho.
Jesse Camacho.
Is that this from yesterday or?
No. This is from January 2nd.
Oh, is Jesse Camacho my case?
It has your name on it.
Does it? Okay. I'm confusing him with somebody else that the Gabby Silver has. Okay.
It has your name on it. It's for review, but we're gonna move it to 10 because it's scheduled at 1:30.
Okay.
January 2nd. So Mr. Flanagan, though, it doesn't look like we even have any plea by mail scheduled into January.
No, not into January. I received some, let me see, on Tuesday, and I haven't entered them yet, but I have some here to enter.
Okay, well then, it seems like maybe we can put them on for, well, let's see, I have that trial that's supposed to take a minute starting January 3rd. So we might have to go to the second week. Oh. I don't know if these jury trials are still going. That's scheduled for January 9th. I guess you all gonna have to catch me up on the docket, but let's put some plea by mails. We could do 1:30 on January the January 11th, it looks like. Oh wait, hold on. I'm trying to. Well, January, yeah, we could do January 11th. Are these trials still going? Let's see. You all had a final pretrial for Kayla Tutt on November the 28th. Is Kayla Tutt's trial still going? That wasn't your case, Ms. Stevenson. It was Wyrick.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wyrick. Well, you know what? It's not on the docket anymore. January 9th, but something that shouldn't be on my docket is, let's see. I have 3 jury trials on the docket, but I don't have it on my books, so I have Bonita Brooks. I have Merida. Who put Anita Miller on there, me or somebody else?
I don't remember. Oh, you know what? That may have been while you were gone.
I think
I
so.
think she was in the hospital or something.
Well, why would y'all put her? Okay, never mind, because it ain't my business because I wasn't here. Okay, so Miller, and I don't know what that means. And then, but Tut is not on there. So I don't know what happened with Tut, but it's no longer on for jury trial. All right. So let's put those the next set of what you call it, plea by mails. Let's put them on January 10th, but it looks like I might need to put them in the morning to I guess accommodate the jails and prisons better. So let's put them in the morning at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
All right. And
Your Honor,
the limit is still 4, yes.
I'm sorry, Judge. Okay. Kayla Tutt, the complaining witness, failed to appear on November 28th. Judge Baltimore dismissed it.
Okay, thank you. All right, then I think we are all set. Oh, I could have stopped this.